I'm here to watch her, to silently acknowledge her existence and appreciate her for all she is. Quiet respect and shadowed love. I watch her from afar. She doesn't realize I'm here, but I'm closer to her than anyone in her life. Here she comes. She's going down the street to post some mail. But first she sprays each letter with her perfume. A scent so sweet, a scent so pure, a scent so irresistible. It's not hard to find her smell, her voice. It echoes through the wind until it caresses my senses, calling me to her like a siren. Black heels today. Yesterday she wore pink pumps. She's always so careful, slowly and elegantly placing her foot into her heel, much like Cinderella, waiting to meet her prince. I'm here, Patricia. I always admired her feet, carrying her so lightly and delicately, almost as if she were stepping on air alone. Gracefully she moves. Even the subtle rise and fall of her breast is a gift into this god-forsaken pit they call the world. She makes everything seem so distant, so unraveled, that at times I forget that I'm not in a dream, that she is actually real, the most perfect example of reality. I often wonder that if she would ever send a letter to me, if she'd smile like that. And for that matter, who in her life is so important as to create such a mental embrace each time she sees their name? She's always so patient when she waits in line, making it appear that she is so oblivious to the broken sphere we all live in, that she might as well be an apparition of a more picturesque and unreachable world we're yet to dream of. I wish I could join her in that world. I often envision myself following her into that store, pretending to be searching for something, or perhaps not notice where I'm walking before fumbling my way into her, knocking something softly from her hands before picking it up. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I didn't see you there, Mrs. And that's where she'd say, Mrs. Oh, I'm not married. And it's perfectly fine. The name's Patricia, by the way. Are you lost at all, Mr. Johnson? But you can call me Jay. This may sound a bit silly and erratic, but Jay, would you, like to give me your number? I promise I won't pass it around or anything. I'd just, like to keep in touch. If that is alright with you. That's where I smile, punching in my number before handing her child back to her. A promise that I will wait night and day to answer her voice when she beckons me. She'd laugh, smile and say, I'll see you around then, before leaving me in the ghost of her perfume. Of course, I could never do that, partly because of my own fear that my breakdown of the situation would go differently than planned, partly because watching her seems almost gluttonous enough of me, gluttonous because others will never be able to experience her exquisite beauty, remaining unaware of her existence. It might be a blessing, however. Once you get a taste of something so sweet, it turns into an addiction so strong that no form of treatment or intervention can break its hold. She always goes to the park for lunch, sitting on the swing as though remembering the days when everything was simple and still. I've always liked the way she looks when she eats. It's almost as if for a single period of time she lets her guard down, allowing herself to be free from her own attempts at happiness, as though the world she lives in stops revolving and just embraces the calm breeze blowing. That sweet crunch of her teeth as they pierce the apple's flesh, her lips wrapping around it like a snug-fitting dress. Her clothes move delicately as she sways, keeping in time with her, caressing her skin as the wind blows through her. I love the way she appears so air-like, carefree, as she goes where the wind takes her and leaves when it changes, twisting the atmosphere around her like a tornado, causing the simple-minded humans around her to fall to their pathetic knees in sheer awe and disbelief of her effortless beauty. It's this frame of mind that I've found myself mounted in for the past 2 years, 4 months and 87 days, ever since I witnessed her passing me on the street, unaware that her own existence changed the way I would live for what seems like an eternity, forever trapped in her elegant and tender grasp, that kind of grip that locks your heart and mind like a cage. It's as though I'm a mere animal at a zoo, attempting to break the barrier that keeps me from her, restless and ravenous determination combined with a selfish desire to keep her to myself, to put her into my cage and watch her night and day, just so her beauty is for my eyes only, not allowing any other undeserving being to witness her, to view the creature that I would call my own. But until I announce my presence, her life will remain uninfluenced by it, and because of her recent number of increased departures and socializing, that influence must be pressed upon her soon. So very soon. So soon, in fact, that she will not go to bed the same woman tonight, rather the woman I've always known her to be. A better woman. My woman. The time has come, Patricia. You will know me, you will adore me, love me just as I have done for you. Over time you will see that you need me. No one else in your life will hold any form of power over you. No emotional attachment. You will be mine completely, and I will be yours. No one else can tell us what to do, because we will just do what we have always done. We will be closer together than any other. Only this time it will be a shared bond, never-ending band of our love. Together we will do things that others have only dreamt. Create a world of our own, a world built entirely of perfection. Soon, my love, you'll see through my eyes for the first time, and the view from up here is simply marvelous. This is it. Now she knows. I am her shadow. Each step she takes towards me is a step I've taken 1,000 times before. She's never looked at me before. It's as though I'm drowning in the sea of her gaze, a depth in which any man would not hesitate. It's finally time.
Why don't you stay here for the night? It's too cold for a cute little creature like you to be out. It's all right. You'll be so safe with me.
Time has a way of creating the most perfect object from an almost unrecognizable source. She's mine now, and I am hers. She will never know the pleasures she has given me, nor the pleasures I will deliver her when the time comes. For now our world is perfect, and like a wave crashing against a rock, it will be smooth, perfected further in each and every last detail, until finally it is just her, just me, just us.